This podcast is aimed at the veteran community. It hopes to recreate a conversation taking place in any naffy anywhere in the world right now. We want to combat social isolation by letting veterans feel part of this conversation. If you're easily offended, please switch off now. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to this channel and be part of the community.
Evening everyone, and welcome to Veterans in Crisis podcast. Today we have Joe McMillan. Joe is ex-light infantry, and I never served with Joe, but I think we've become quite friends. I hope we have.
We have, yes.
So welcome, Joe, mate. Welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for
coming
us along.
No bother. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I know you've got a hectic lifestyle.
Pretty.
Aye.
Pretty hectic.
So, where were you born, Joe?
Born and bred in Hartlepool.
Right. I knew that was a weird accent.
Yeah. No, everybody says to me, I live in Seaham now.
Aye.
But born and bred in Hartlepool, brought up in a council estate. I was 1 of 10.
One of 10?
1 of 10, yeah.
Where were you in that pecking order?
I'm in the middle.
Oh,
actually.
right.
Pretty much.
Just totally forgot about.
Middle.
Can get away with all sorts.
Pretty much, yeah. So, 1 of 10. And I remember meeting my wife, actually, and she said to me, God, you eat quick. And I said, when you were 1 of 10, you got to be quick or there's nothing left.
I find the same where people say that about me, but that's off the army. After getting in, eat it straight away
and get
out.
Yeah.
I always say the best in case the enemy come.
True.
So,
Hartlepool, mate, yeah. Grew up in school and enjoyed school.
Did you?
Yeah, I did enjoy school, but there was only 2 subjects I enjoyed, was PE and history. So apart from that, a lot of it was just messing around, as we do, and left school in 1984 and joined the light infantry.
And what did you think of training? Obviously, how old were you when you joined?
16.
16, so boy soldier.
Junior soldiers in Shrewsbury, Sir John Moore Barracks. And everybody couldn't believe I was 16. I thought I was 12.
Seriously.
Like, your mum know you're here.
Oh, that was the same crack with me.
So I found it tough at first because I was quite small and I was quite slight. I wasn't big, do you know what I mean? So, and I hadn't developed properly. So I think at the beginning of my training, physically I was struggling in the first 6 to 12 weeks. But then I just seemed to start to come into my own, and I enjoyed my training. With some lovely fellas,
Well, there'd be less people in your fucking room than they.
Well, as you were, people were getting kicked up, leaving. You were quite happy in a way because you knew you were getting down to the final sort of 28 or whatever it was.
And there's more space.
Yeah.
You get the ironing board easier, can you?
Yeah, but you have to do more room jobs.
Oh, well, that was block jobs. I was just saying on the last one, we'll get people to do block jobs in here. The building's too big for me in the staff today. You know what I mean?
It's a good drill.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
It's a really good drill, yeah.
And people they can't be on fucking toilets all the time. You've got to be swapped round. You know what I mean? It's got to be swapped round.
Yeah.
So, Shrewsbury, because I went to Winchester. I think I was one of the first platoons in Winchester training.
Yeah, I was the second.
At the new St. John Moore Barracks.
Yeah, I've been to Winchester only to do military stuff and sports stuff. But I love Shrewsbury, but I was the second last intake there. The year after me was the last intake.
You're touching the table, I tell you, didn't I?
I know you did.
I said the first 5 minutes, I didn't think you'd be that quick.
Should make it electric.
So you were the what, mate?
So we were like the second last year. After us, there was another year of intakes, then the closer John Alex. But I enjoyed my training, struggled at the beginning of it, but really enjoyed my training. And then I went to 2nd Battalion Light Infantry, which was in Hamer, Germany.
Aye. And did you choose the second?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
And what was the reason?
It was because my full screw was in 2.
Ah, right. It's a kind of common reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you get that sort of drilled into you.
Yeah. And he was he's dead now. Bless him, rest in peace.
Aye.
Yeah. But really good lad, really funny, great instructor, And I picked 2 and I went to 2 Ally, and I only joined. I said I was going to join for 3 years and then come out and then try and get something else, but I just loved it.
Well, I got given 2. I wanted to go into 1 because they were in Ireland, and that was the whole reason I joined the army. And I got given 2, but there was our platoon commander. It's called Cockcroft. He was 2, and he put me down for 2, and I wanted to go into 1, and it got right at the end one of them who had got one got back squatted. So I said, "Oh, can I have his place?"
Yeah.
And our sergeant was one LI, and I got an alright with him, and he was like, "Aye, all right, then I'll sort that out for you." So that changed my whole life. Just one little thing, you know.
That's what happens, isn't it? You know.
I mean, I would have been gutted if I'd been in the army, because I didn't think I'd do 22 years, but I would have been gutted to think I didn't get to go on Ireland after that's what I joined for. You know. I mean, what was your driving force for joining?
I was in the cadets in Hartlepool. That was Royal Engineers. So there was no driving force. It was, I didn't know what to do. And I thought, I'd been in the cadets. I thought I quite like that. I thought I'll join up for 3 years, see how it goes, get out, and then do something else. But actually, when I joined, and I did, I took it to like a duck to water. I just really enjoyed it.
We spoke about this the other day, and please don't make me look right now, but when you joined at 16, you said you thought you might do 3 years. Did you realise that when you signed when you were 18?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I fucking didn't. No. Because they said when I was 18, they were like, right, you walk on down and sign. And I was like, no, man, I was 16, I signed. They were like, no, that
so really,
doesn't count.
when you've done 5 years, you've only done 3?
3, aye.
Yeah.
Do a killer, like.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get wrong. I enjoyed the bits I did.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a shock, like. I mean, I keep thinking back, and I must at some stage knew, but then forgot. You know what I mean? We're on about like reading the small print, like reading the instructions on stuff. I never did. You know what I mean?
I'm the same.
New
Who does?
New phone, I'll have that.
No.
Didn't it? Just tick the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cost you 400,000 quid. I'll have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you took the training well. Do you make many good mates down there?
Loads.
Aye.
Yeah.
Is there any that you still in touch with?
Yeah. Tony Ayton.
Aye.
Actually, do you know Tony Ayton?
I don't know.
He went to One Lie.
Aye.
Or was he 3? No, he was One Lie, Tony.
I'm shit at names. Like.
Yeah, I still go to the solo matches with him.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that's fucking. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So you joined? Did you say 84?
84.
84.
Depo went to battalion in 85 and left in 2008.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. It's great that you got the mates. I've got still the same lad I joined on the same day with. Just been on holiday with.
Yeah.
Aye.
Who's
Got
that?
Stephen Finnegan. He's called
I don't
One LI. And there was about the 7 of us went on holiday. 5 of us joined on the same day, and we're all gonna be 50 this year.
Yeah.
That's fucking. It was good. Like it was really good. So from Shrewsbury, passing out parade. Not all 10 couldn't have come down, could they? Or in
No.
fact, there would have been your mum and dad as well.
My mum and dad and my eldest brother,
Aye.
Randy. Yeah, them 3 came down.
Proper proud moment. Aye.
Oh, yeah, dead proud. And, you know, I mean, you think back and you can remember little bits of it, but, you know, it's like a snippet, isn't it?
Aye.
It is after that long, it's a real snippet. But dead proud, mum and dad were dead proud, family dead proud, and then you think you've cracked it, then you go to the battalion, you're right at the bottom of the pile again. You're like,
yeah.
oh, God,
Starts all over
here
again,
we
doesn't it?
go.
It does.
Yeah.
Aye. So Heyman, what was that like? Was
Yeah,
it? I think I've been.
It was neat as a lawn. It was brilliant for a single lad.
Aye.
But my first posting, I was just drinking every night. Drinking and training. Drinking and training, you know. And I just remember going at the naffy and everybody like shouting, you know, Crow, what's your name? And I said Joe, and they all burst out laughing.
Because it
they called
rhymes.
Joe Crow.
Aye, aye.
You know, his name's Joe. And I'm like,
Did they say Red Horse in there?
Yeah, they did.
Red Horse is in One LI, that's the same.
Red Ass came, well, because we amalgamated from 2 to 1, and, you know, when the merger happened in 92. But generally then it was Crow. Joe Crow, you're a Joe Crow. And I remember them coming saying, get on the tails and sing a song. And I got up and sang like mad, and they all went, oh my God.
You fucking is that where it started? Is that where the singing
this?
started? You've got a fucking X Factor.
I wish.
Get on, man. Give it a go. Hey, you got to follow your dreams, Joe.
I don't want to let a 51-year-old on there, man.
What do you call that old woman? I didn't watch the programme, but she got on and she started singing, and everyone was get shocked, and now she's selling millions of albums.
I could do with that, eh?
Well,
I'd buy this for you if I'd done that.
Fucking right. Why do you think I'm trying to sell it to you, man? Brilliant. Hey, follow your dreams, mate. There's no stopping you. So I hear him. Where did you go on exercise and stuff from
Yeah,
that?
exercise and all that. Then I done my first tour of Northern Ireland, West Belfast, in 87.
87?
87, yeah. And that was just like that was grow up.
Mm.
Grow up quick. It was a 4.5 month tour.
So how old would you have been there then?
Just turned 18. Just 18 coming up 19, yeah. Just turned 18, yeah. And I say it was like a brilliant tour. I don't mean that brilliant because there was a lot of bad things happened and this and that. But as an experience, you know, a life experience and bonding with people when you're not at war, but when you're constantly sleeping with people and then you're going out on the streets with them and then you're in riots and then you're getting shot at, and it was a real, you know, grown-up moment for me. And I come back from there, I think, a totally more... I come back from there and the platoon sergeant was my multiple commander, said, "You're on the NCO's cadre," and put me on the NCO's cadre from that.
Aye.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Well, when we were in Ireland, obviously, you know what happened, the bus and that, they sent a load of tour across who'd just been in there.
Yeah. But I remember them asking for, when the bus bomb happened, I remember them asking for, they needed a platoon to go and backfill.
Because obviously it was our company, wasn't it? And then, like, we didn't have it fucking, well...
I remember the battalion actually went up to the football field and we all had to stand round and a Chinook landed and the platoon, the guys who'd volunteered, ran onto the Chinook and everybody like, clapping them, yeah. Fuck, and they then flew off. I don't know whether they went straight to Ireland or... I think they did. I think they got picked up. No, they couldn't have from Germany. No. But they got picked up in the Chinook and they went and everybody was like clapping and... yeah.
I met some canny lads then. I can't remember any of the names, like, but I did meet some canny lads. It was a sad time, but you know, things happen, don't they?
No, I do, mate, unfortunately.
So, when you got back from Ireland, where did you go?
We had another year there, then we arms plotted to Tidworth. Moved into Tidworth. I was a lance corporal then. And then there was your normal exercise on Salisbury Plain and all that. And then from Tidworth, I must have done another three Northern Ireland tours in South Armagh.
Aye.
Yeah. Couple of them, one of them emergency, another two for Killing Crossmaglen. And again, they're just a beast of, you know, South Armagh, totally different from West Belfast. More demanding, I thought, in a way, more tiring because you're out in the cuds.
Climbing over electric fences with bulls chasing you.
Honestly,
fucking all that weight on your back. It's no good, is it?
I couldn't tell you the amount of times I went to... Is that a fence with my rifle? You know.
And I used to, when people are struggling getting out with the northern fences, pushing them out. Like some kind of Birkin. You know, it's fucking crazy, isn't it? You know,
it is. Well, the lad in my team was absolutely shit scared of bulls and cows. And Des, the other lad, went and put his bagging in the middle of the field.
Did he?
And we were just in a little lie up, like laughing our heads off. And he was going, "You bastard," yeah. You know. But it was funny as out and having to get him, you know, trying to get his bagging and run out
back.
And we, you know.
It's mental because you'd have like a whole patrol and then a bull would come and people would just run in all directions, wouldn't they? You know what I mean? They were ever getting caught by that. I think that was one of the IRA's main weapons, I think, putting bulls all over the place.
They were dressed up as them. Pantomime bull.
He looks a bit strange. That fucking bull looks strange, doesn't it? He's wearing cords.
Yeah, again, good tours, you know, up Bronski and that, dug in for a month while all the refurbishment happened. We were living out of a trench for a full month. Again, dead demanding, but just, I don't know, just always in the hands. It made you, I think, better soldiers, you know. So I enjoyed it in a way, but obviously time separation and all that. And
well, we dug in after the day after the bus, and so they could put, you know, into the towers on the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And look out so they could put the electric in there. So we had to dig in because they were like mortaring people. That wasn't a fucking good. That wasn't a good 3 weeks, mate. I tell you. No, all them thoughts in your mind, you know what I mean, and stuck in a trench, covered in fucking water and piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So obviously you properly took to the army, hadn't you? You took it by then.
Yeah. Done junior Brecon. Went to America. Come back from there. Got court-martialed for going AWOL.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, let's have that story.
It was a good job before I met my wife.
Aye, let's get it. We had a lad on here before, and he went to Hong Kong. And he got fucking married. And I said, "Did you know? Here she is."
No, it was just. They told us America was going to be the best range setup, and I was a full screw. I was waiting to go to Winchester as a screw actually, and we were out a couple of days before the final platoon competition, and we were in this pub drinking. Guess what I was doing? Singing karaoke, And these lasses asked us back to this party, and we went back, and then the lads were going, right, we've got to get back. We started at 5 o'clock, and I was drunk. I said, we're going back. Anyway, the next day I woke up, and I thought, shit, what have I done? It was out of character for me. You know, I was in a bit of trouble in the pubs and fighting and things like that, but I wasn't somebody who'd go AWOL. And I thought, God, what have I done? And I thought, right, got a reality check on this. I said, right, should we go to the pub and have a drink? I said, yeah, I went to the pub, then just got drunk again. I was past it, it was too late. I'd missed the boat, do you know what I mean? So it was a few days, and I thought, I've got to get back there. So I went and handed myself in and threw me in the Stockade prison in America, left me for 24 hours until the Rasman see me, and I put me in a court-martial because I was substantive corporal. So they said, the CO can't deal with you. It's got to go to district court-martial, which I had in Bulford. Unfortunately enough, well, two things. I think people in the battalion looked after me, and the judge said, who's dealing with the court-martial, said, you're going on up Bronski and your CO said he wants you as a team commander, so I'll give you a £500 fine, march out. So, because I was expecting to get bussed down to private. So I kept my rank. I lost my posting, but and I went to up Bronski as a team commander. That was the refurbishment, sorry. And then after then I got another posting, but this was to ITB Houston up here, Harlow Hill. That's where the artillery are now. And I went there, and that's where I think I met Chris Batty, actually. Yeah.
That's how we met. Through Chris, wasn't it?
Chris, yeah, that's right, yeah.
So that's not going to be your only scrape, though, surely, in this illustrious career.
Nah.
Is that the only one you didn't talk about? Oh, well, let's get them out. Well, nobody watches this, you know.
No, I've had a few. The majority of them were down to being in trouble, you know, when I was sort of a bit younger in the bars and that. And again, it would all start with me singing, because I'd always get on the table and sing, which would be fine. And then another regiment would start singing, and then there'd be a bit of banter, and then it'd kick off. But I was at, sort of talking about scripts, I was at RMAS Sandhurst as an instructor there. I was in Old College, which is where you deal with the recruits when they first come through. But we had, a PQO course, a professional qualified officers, which is doctors and nurses. They only come for 3 weeks. And we're having our final, we were only there 3 weeks, we trained them, then we're having our final dinner, and they kept giving me red wine like this, and I was like, yeah, these, you know, officers won't let an old soldier like me out to drink, and then end up in the bar, and God, all of a sudden, I was out of my face, and the other colour sergeants were trying to look after me because the commandant was coming around. So anyway, long story short, they got me out of there, but it was a very close, because they don't take prisoners there. If you cross the line that way, you're gone. You know, so. But a few bits and bobs, but generally decent career, really.
So where are we up to now then?
Oh, well, I was at Sandhurst and we left there. I've obviously had married Ange now. Had 2 kids, 2 girls.
So did she come on postings with you?
Ange's been with me everywhere since she joined me in Colchester in 96. So between 96 and 2008, she's been on every posting, which has meant 10 moves for her and the kids we had in 12 years.
And how she managed with that? Because everyone always forgets about the. I don't mean that the husbands forget, but when we talk about veterans, nobody remembers what the partners have to gone through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's been through hell and back in terms of following my career around. You know, me going away for 6 months, me coming back, me going away for 3 months, me coming back. I mean, when I went to Iraq in 2003, the invasion. She said for the first 2 weeks I was just watching Sky News, and somebody came around and said, stop it, you've got to stop watching Sky News. You know, there was no comms or nothing. And then after that, when I come back from Optelic 1, I picked up my RQ and I went to Cyprus to join Tualai, and I was there a week. I'd just taken over from Daz Sweetman, and again, rest in peace, Daz, he's not here now. Do you know Daz?
I don't think so.
Good lad. I'd just taken over from Daz after 1 week. And then the QM came down and he said, battalion's going to Iraq. I said, you taking the mick? So I haven't even unpacked my boxes. He goes, the CO wants you to go in the pre-advance tonight. I was like, I phoned Ange and she was like, just put the phone down on me. And I went home, she sat in the boxes crying. I said, look, I said, she went, will you do everything the army told you? You go here, you go there. I said, Ange, that's what I do. That's what I'm in the army.
It's your fucking job,
that's what I signed up to do. And I said, look, if you want me to leave, it was RQMS now, we only had probably 5 years left or something, 6 years or 5 years. Was it 2003? We had 5 years left. I said, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. I says, but I signed the dotted line. If I'm not happy, I go, and if I do it. And the QM tech rang me. He said, the flight's tomorrow, Joe. Like, chill out and get your stuff packed and that. So she said, right. We had a glass of wine or two. And the next day I went to Iraq.
You didn't start singing, did you?
What do you think? So, and then the next day I flew out to Iraq for about 4 weeks.
Was that the first time?
That was the second time.
So look, we're going back to the first time then. So you Telic 1, aye?
Telic 1 was company sergeant major. And obviously it kicked off and we got deployed out to Kuwait. But we knew we were going into Iraq. Which is, you know, of all the operational tours I've done, I must say, and it's not been the worst one, but it was the more mentally sort of frightening is probably the right word of what's there, because we were invading the country. It wasn't like we were going deploying and here and then we were going to do patrols, and we were actually, nobody knew what we were going to come up against. So yeah, it was like mentally for us as a family, me, Ange, the two girls at the time, we didn't have Robbie then, and the two girls were young like, but for me and Ange, you know, again, going through hell and back really, excited, but apprehensive when we're coming back.
There's a strange feeling in it.
Really, really strange. I mean, like, of all the operational tours, that for me that Optelic one will stick in my head forever, even though I've done another 2 Optelics after that. That one, just through the pure deploying, training and making your ranges up, and then actually crossing that border that first day.
So you lead them across?
Yeah. Well, we were all formed up on the form-up point. Artillery was going in, airplanes, helicopters. It was like a film. It was like a film, you know. And then the word of command to go, and then we just rolled over into Iraq. Don't know how many minefields we ended up in. Ended up sleeping on a motorway, all in warriors and that. But yeah, it was you know, flickers of different things that happened during that tour. But it was, again, I don't want to describe it as good because it wasn't good, but it was a real experience that will, you know, not many people probably have.
Oh, yeah. And it'll stay with you forever, won't it?
Ever.
It'll stay with you forever. Like all experience, I think, what I've had in the army, I wouldn't say they were good either, but they're there, you know what I mean? And I've done them, and I'm proud of the things I did before. It's
easy looking back now because you look, well, you know, you look at the good parts and the funny parts, and you do look at the sad parts, but because it's a while ago, you lose a bit of that emotional attachment to within reason, you know. But yeah, that was a real eye opener, the invasion of Iraq in 2003.
Aye.
But not the most dangerous op we done, you know, or two, should I say.
Aye. So after there, you must have been over the moon that you were back.
Brilliant. Came back, and it was, you know, and that's the thing probably civilians don't understand, is the elation of when you come back. You know, you can't describe, you can't write that in a book. You can't even probably say it out loud, but that getting off the bus or whatever it is and walking into the camp and, or the gym, and your wife and your kids being there, and it's like, you know, just pure elation. Fantastic. It sort of makes some of it worthwhile in a way.
Yeah.
If that sounds
of course.
crazy.
No, that sounds sweet.
It's unbelievable. So yeah.
And then you didn't have long before you went again.
Well, funny enough, Smudge, don't you, Smudge Smith? Yeah. He was one of my storemen, and I was being sent over to Tualise, the RQ, so I was leaving, and they'd bought me a parachute jump. I didn't know about this. However, about 4 days before because I went on leave after them before I went to Cyprus, about 4 or 5 days before I actually left the battalion, I was running with a burn on my back and I fell over and I broke my ankle. So I come back from Optelic 1 and I was running with a burn on my back, fell over and I broke my ankle, so I was in a cast. You know, like it wasn't a serious break, it was like, you know, the soft casts. But I was in a cast, so I couldn't, then they said, oh, we had the other start major, but you can't do it now. So the smudge was dying to get me up in that
Well,
airplane to jump out.
I've just done it. I did it last one month last year, and he works now at the Peterlee Airport. I haven't seen him before. I actually, from Berlin, which was, last time I seen him is 91. Then I bumped into him in the NAFI in Cyprus in 99, I think it was 98, and then I hadn't seen him again. I bumped into him 2 minutes talk. Then I bumped into him again at Peterlee Airfield. And when I did the jump, and he filmed it for us, and he was saying, "Get you out of there, get you out of there."
Well, he messaged me and said, "You know, I said, bugger off."
Well, he's fucking. When we landed, he was like, "Yeah, what do you think?" I said, "It was brilliant." He said, "Would you do it again?" I said, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
He lives through it, Smudge.
He does,
He
man. I think
absolutely
the day I was up, he'd done about 5 or 6 in that day.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, he lives. Smudge lives for that. You know, you always see him jumping out, but he loves it. That adrenaline rush for him, and that's.
Well, that's it. That's it. I mean, he it's a canny business as well, filming them.
Yeah.
You know, doing something that you love is spot on, isn't it?
Brilliant.
So I've booked you on. That's one of your presents.
Thanks very much. Sod off.
Right. So where are we now?
Yeah. So then I went over to Cyprus, and as I said, I ended up going back out to Iraq on Optelic 2, only for about 4 weeks, and then cheeky buggers flew me back to Cyprus, and then flew me straight to Deep Cut to do my RQ's course. Our lass was like, I've had enough.
That's it. I'm surprised you're still with you, like, to be honest.
So yeah, and then we arms plotted. I come back from the RQ's course, and we arms plotted to Edinburgh, Redford Barracks. RQ for a short time there before I got offered a job as RSM 143 Brigade in Shrewsbury, only because there was a green jacket RSM who threw the towel in, and the Div Colonel says, "You're top of the board at the minute, do you want to go over there?" And I went, "Yes, if it doesn't mean me missing out on a battalion." He went, "No, it doesn't." So we went down to Telford, and that's where we had our Robbie, down in Telford, RSM 143 Brigade. And that was a regional brigade, but I met Chris Murray, who was a brigade commander, who was just outstanding. Just like us, just like a lad, but a brigadier. You know, loved to drink, loved to party. Really, I learnt loads from him, the way he was going around talking to people and that. So, yeah, really good meeting.
And how long were you down there then?
I was there just over a year, and then I picked up the one I like, RSM.
Proud moment?
Very proud, yeah, very proud. Yeah, I was chuffed to bits, because I thought, because I took that job, there was rumours that they were going to pick somebody else, and anyway, long story short, they didn't. They got in touch with me and they said, "No, you're going to want to lie." So I went back to Germany, back to the whole hunting ground where Ange had been and the kids had been, so it was familiar. And I took over the battalion as RSM, which very, very proud moment.
So what year was that been?
2006 I went. I think I moved in January, and I think I took over maybe in February. I was there to get settled for 3 or 4 weeks, and then I took over.
And were you a good RSM? I shouldn't really be asking you, should I?
It's like, you know, you'll always get your enemies, won't you?
Well, of course you will.
All I've done as RSM is I tried to be honest with the people, and I didn't fill anybody full of bullshit. Maybe some people didn't like the decisions I made, but I thought I was quite strong and thorough in my actions and what I said I'd done. And like you said, a bit like being Prime Minister. Not that RSM's been anything like Prime Minister, Boris. But, you know, you're going to get your people who like you get your people who don't like you. But I think overall, I would like to think overall there was a large majority who said yeah.
Well, I ask you that because I had a RSM, and he was in jail, but he was really good. He was called Curly Bryant, right? Now, to me, he was a great RSM, even though he was fucking beast as shout as all sorts. But he was a nice bloke. The bloke that come after him, I can't even remember his name. You know, I had no sort of interaction with him. No, and he was a completely different character. You know, and I know you get different characters in all walks of life, but Curly Bryant was a sort of like man's man, even with the lads, come and talk to you and stuff like that. Where this guy, who I can't remember his name, was completely different. You know, and I don't think in an infantry regiment that's the type of fucking RSM you want. You know what I mean? It isn't, is it?
No.
It isn't. It's not like you know. I always remember Curly Brian. It was actually I think, and I don't want to slander him, but I think he might have lost his job because they made that film about us in Berlin.
Yeah.
And took him on the crew. I think because he went straight after that.
I've seen that a while ago. Actually, that, yeah.
I think that might have been the reason. We had a. On that film, it showed you us having a fight in the naffy, I think it was with the Kings. And then he took us, he bollocked us, but he was really funny about it, you know what I mean? And he was like, he's better for a one and stuff like, you know what I mean? Yeah. He was bollocking you, but he was saying, you better have a fucking one. Because, like, you know what I mean? Not having that off them. So that's the type, where the other one, I always just remember him being too straight, like.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think you've got to have, I remember one of the RSMs in Tidworth. Brilliant lad. I knew him when I was company sergeant major. And I remember when we used to come back from the RAM, we'd always be singing. And I remember there was this big...
You were always singing, mate. You're always singing.
Not just me, Jay, but quite a lot. But I must say I generally instigate the singing. And I remember coming back from the RAM and there was a big fight in the fish shop and the windows went through and there was RMPs everywhere and we ran and dived over the barbed wire fence and got in the block and all that. And the next day we were all on parade and the RMPs were walking around. They were doing a identification parade. And I remember... the RSM being there saying, I'm sick and tired of people walking past my house at 1 o'clock in the morning singing, to a lie, to a lie, to a lie, and a whop, babadoo bam, a whop, bam, boo. And like we were like me and Des and that, you know, just like laughing, thinking, God, that's us, you know. But I think you need characters as RSMs. You do.
Aye.
I think being too straight and down the line, you know, you need soldiers to look up and say, God, yeah, you know.
Well, it just shows you I don't know his name.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember his name, so it just shows you he obviously didn't make any kind of impression.
Impact.
You know what I mean? And which is not what you want. You want
No,
to be inspired, don't you?
Yeah, you
really, you do. If you,
really do.
I mean, I would imagine all regiments, but especially infantry. You know, if you want somebody to go over the top, basically, you want to be thinking, I'll go with him.
I think you need to have that banter with people. You know, the corporals and the sergeants. I like to think I had that bit of banter where you could take the mick and throw a few people at you and have that balance of, yeah, I'm down the line within reason, but I have a bit of fun at the same time.
Well, of course,
that's one of the biggest things I've took away from the army, is I just think, you don't know when you're going to go, just enjoy yourself. Man. That doesn't mean you don't get a bad day or a good day, but...
I totally agree with you. I try to see the funny side in anything that's happening.
I think you've got to. I really do.
It's being fucking depressed about stuff. It helps nobody. Like, I mean, to be honest, I get in... It's a trouble doing this job because of the things I'll say when things are bad, but that's the way of my dealing with it, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, well, you give a warning beforehand.
I bet you.
No, you do. You know, and then people can't then say, well, we shouldn't be saying that. Well, listen to the warning.
Well, that's it. Just, you know. Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Gotta do it.
The way we came up with a warning after the first few we made.
Right, get a warning on there now.
It was my daughter. Come in here, read that. She did it in one take. There's 20 quid, go on. So, you left after when you were RSM?
Yeah.
So how long were you RSM at One Ally then?
Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. They offered me commission. I turned it down. And then I went to Edinburgh for my gardening leave. That's when I got a job out in I was going to say Iraq. It wasn't Iraq. In the UAE as a training advisor.
And how was that?
Brilliant.
Aye.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Really, really loved it. Like a pop star's life. I was waiting on the Saudi border, training them.
Did you take your last night?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like a football, you know, Jay. It was a really top lifestyle we had. Big house, you know, a really good wage, all tax free. It was phenomenal, and again, it was another experience. The bad side of it was it bring your professionalism really down, which I struggled with. And it got to a 7-year point when I just thought I can't do this. It wasn't the lifestyle, and that was, and the people who worked were lovely. They really were. They really looked after me. The commander and that, and I had really some good friends over there from the UAE Army, but it just got to a point where I just thought I can't do this. I was doing lessons and it was just, I'd really dropped my professionalism a lot, and I thought I can't go on like this. And Andrew was really disappointed, and we moved back to the UK in 2015, which I bought a house in Seaham.
Right. And then you started, how long was it before you started with Liam?
I come back, and because I used to meet Liam when I was on leave for go to Sunderland matches, and I come back and he said, "Mate, you back in the UK?" I went, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I might have a job." And he really looked after me, to be fair to him. He was saying, "Oh, this job's come up," and that, which it had. And I've said, because I'd done design in the UE. I used to design the training programs and the PowerPoints for the old colleges, but this was more communication stuff, and I was like, this isn't my ball game. This likely, and this is more signals. He goes, nah, you've got all the documents and all that. So anyway, he brought me on board. He said, "I've got 4 months' work for you." He brought me on board, and it lasted 3 years, which is really good, you know. And then the contract ran out for that. But before it ran out, he'd been in a leadership course, and he said, "I'm thinking about running a leadership course, but I need like somebody to come with. Will you come in?" I said, "Let me see the bits and bobs." And that went, yeah. So we ran that for almost 18 months at Whitworth Hall, lead the way.
Well, you had us there.
Yes, that's right,
I was
yeah.
speaking to Liam about it. It was brilliant. The lads still talk about it now, you know. It was a really, really good deal. Like.
Yeah, it was great. I said to Joe before we started there, we didn't have any group through that said they didn't enjoy it. It was proper 4.5, 5-star stuff that we done. What we didn't get right, whether it would be by us promoting or whether it was by a bit of bad luck, was we didn't get a bite from a couple of decent companies where they said, "We want you, you know, paying land fees," and then, you know, trying to work just weekends and trying to run your little day job, and it just becomes sort of, yeah, we can't do this. So we pulled the plug, which is a real shame, because it was a really, we had a good programme. Yeah.
Well, like I say, everyone enjoyed it when we came down. Like, so new business.
New business. Well, I've been for the last couple of years. I've been writing little poems, military poems. You know, I'll be in the gym and I'll think of a couple of lines. I'll have to stop doing what I'm doing, and get my mobile out and start typing.
Need a dictaphone, mate. Dictaphone. That's what you need.
It is. That's the way. You know.
You don't have to stop there, and you just say, I
don't know whether you can buy them still, can
you?
Yeah,
you can buy them. I use them at uni. Use them at uni. Get them on Amazon. Only cheap.
Yeah.
All right, and you can get the ones that are just has a USB in it. Press a button and then plug that in.
Yeah, well,
get one of them on.
Honestly, because I could be, I'm driving somewhere, or I'm in the gym, or I'm on a run, and it's the same.
You'd be like Alan Partridge. New show. Idea for a new show, Lynn.
No, so I had a few poems in that, and I was wondering what to do with them, and I thought, I haven't got quite enough to make a book. How long is it? Because I don't like just to write a poem to write a poem. Do you know what I mean? I don't say, right, I want to write a poem about. I sort of just think about me going away, or being separated, or Iraq, or Northern Ireland, or whatever, and I write a little poem, or I sing a song, or I write a song, but that's normally when I'm having a couple of whiskies on a night. I start thinking about my past things, and I start making lyrics up and writing songs. So that's where it came from, and I just, out of the blue, came across a YouTube video how to make candles, and I thought, oh, I could put my poems on the back, I could put a heading on the front. But like the first 3 months of me trying to make candles was like,
I've seen your fucking photos.
God, a nightmare. Honestly, you don't know how much wax I wasted. I just thought I was putting a wick in, putting some wax in, some scent, burn it.
Piece of piss.
Piece of piss. No, don't get me wrong, it's not rocket science, but when you're buying stuff in that it's not working, it's going in the bin, you think, God, you know, I'm losing money here. But I've got the sort of the science.
You've sorted it now,
I've
haven't you?
got the science.
So,
it's written down, locked in the bedroom in my safe. Nobody can get to it.
Because there'd be people breaking in, getting that, mate, I tell you. There'd be fucking snidey candles everywhere.
My science teacher could see me now.
Exactly.
He wouldn't be gone, McMillan! Get out of here!
So I noticed you got the things in the Gunners Club, your flyers.
Yeah. I think you and Chris put me to Alex, and Alex done a tremendous job for us, and you know, he goes quite a few sales from the Gunners Club.
Well, I mean, that's an ideal selling place, isn't it?
It is. It is. As I've said, I've just dropped a candle off in Sunderland tonight, actually, and as I said to the person who bought it, because they went, it's amazing this, and I said, it is. I said, but you know the flaw in it? I went, no. I said, people only buy them once. Because, and it's right, it's like memorabilia. It's like, I'm not like, and I'll get in touch with people and say, how did the candle burn? You know, was the scent good? Did it burn all the way at the bottom? They go, I haven't burned it.
Yeah.
I'm not burning that, like.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
oh,
this
God.
is it, aye.
No, you've got to burn them because you've got to come back. Oh,
Exactly, that is a
but
flaw.
it is.
You
it
want
is.
to get when you want to change your recipe so it's fucking really quick burning, so to get one use out of
Well,
it.
if I knew nobody was going to burn them, I didn't have to go through all this science. I could have just dumped them all.
Soap. You could have put soap in with a piece of string. That'll be dead.
White foam.
Aye, no one's using them.
Don't take the lid off.
Alright, well you need to put some flies in here.
Yeah.
You need to put some
I'll
flies in
some
here,
in.
man.
I can drop some.
And also we can advertise on here, but we can also advertise on our social media, man.
Yeah, that's really appreciated.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
foolishly, what I did, or what I didn't do, was ask you to bring your guitar today.
What a
Fucking
shame.
Gutted.
What a shame.
As soon as I got out of the car,
Sort of put me on the spot there, wouldn't
Aye.
you? Yeah.
Well, so Joel not know this, but we went and climbed Scarfell Pike.
Okay.
Remember, me and you, and with Liam and that, and
Yeah.
then we had a drink after in the thing,
Yeah.
and you played the guitar and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and it was spot on.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, really good night.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. And did you see the Remembrance song I done
Yeah,
with my daughter? Well, it's got over 33,000 views, that.
it's a lot, mate.
And my mate and Seam sort of got me in touch with a guy who runs the Armed Forces Day in Seam. He's got me a 20-minute slot on.
Aye.
And I think it's the 27th of June, I think. So I'm going to have to practice like mad, because that song's all right.
Aye.
But I'm going to have to do some cover songs now.
We have a lad on here called John Quinn who is running the Sunderland one. Do you want us to try and get you a slot on that one?
Well, is it the same day? What
It's
day
a
is it?
weekend, Sunderland. So you could, yeah, you fucking.
I'll have-
We'll get you flying in a helicopter from Seaham.
Chinook.
Come in with your guitar. If you like the fucking Oasis.
In Union Jack top, combat bottoms.
Yeah.
What's this?
Let's look into it, man.
Yeah.
You know, we can spread you about.
Well, let's
Spread
see how
you
this
about.
one goes and see him. Well, but no, I'll be happy to do a short slot. Like I
Alright.
said, I'm not a. I love singing and I love playing guitar, but I wouldn't class myself as a fantastic musician.
Have you not thought about recording that song then?
Somebody mentioned it to me actually afterwards, and I said, yeah, like I do with a lot of things, and a bit like you've got the plate spinning here, you've got
Aye,
the plate
well,
spinner. But yeah, you're right, yeah, I could record.
I ask you that because it was mentioned in, not about you, but about somebody else on Tuesday in the Gunners, and somebody knew somebody who does it, and it wasn't expensive, like, to thing your disc. Something to think about, mate.
No, I'd certainly consider it. Yeah,
Alright.
I'd
Sell them
certainly
at Armed Forces Day.
consider it. Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
$1.99 each.
The bargain bin.
Get me CD.
Yeah, you'd have them here, $1.99, and then near the entrance, a quid. You know what I mean? Fucking right answer.
Yeah, but nobody uses CDs now, do they? I
No,
don't think.
but I mean, to be
Well,
honest,
I
I did, but I think we're at the age where
Yeah.
people have CDs. I mean, I've got Spotify now, and I never thought I would do it. I think I've had it about 4 years now. But before that, I said, that's fucking stupid because you can't keep them. And I've got millions of CDs, but you can keep. But Spotify is brilliant because you can just,
Get anything
that comes out, you can listen to it instantly, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is a much better format. But
Well, we've got all our CDs still, and Andrew said I'm not getting rid of them because, we've got rid of our LPs.
we got rid of our Betamax videos. I've looked back on that day and I've got to die.
That was VHS.
When I was a kid, I wanted video all the time, and my dad was like, "No, we're not getting one." Anyway, he finished at the pit, so he got his money. So I was like, "Right, can we have a fucking video now?" I wouldn't get one, and he went out and bought a fucking Betamax. I was absolutely wounded. The place now, because you had video shops.
Yeah.
Kids watching now not know that, but video shops in there. They had about 4 fucking Betamax videos, all the shit that you never wanted to watch. You know what I mean?
Mad, isn't it?
Aye, but I mean, records and that vinyls come back,
Vinyl has come back. Yeah.
and the artwork on vinyl is brilliant. Much better, isn't it? Much
Yeah,
better because you can frame it. You know what I mean? It is much better. Like,
Yeah,
so are we gonna we're gonna ask you what your favourite song is, right? Or would you prefer to send us a video of you singing and we'll put that in at the end?
No, I won't do it.
Why don't you? No,
Well, hang on, before-
Why don't we do that? Why don't you record that? Why doesn't I'll ask Joe if he can do this because I always say Joe can do that, so I don't know if he can. But we could put that song on at the end if it's on YouTube.
Okay.
You want that?
Yeah. Well, my favourite song would be The Night Before We Went to Iraq. Sorry for the table.
Pete, can it fucking
The night
stop?
before I went to Iraq, actually, my wife was a bit upset, and I bought the girls a little necklace, an airy necklace, because I thought I might not be coming back here. And I remember her crying, saying, I said, we're not doing this tonight. We're not doing this tonight. We're having a great night. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, getting picked up at 5, whatever. And we put Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl.
All right.
So that would be my song if I don't get...
If you don't get your thing on, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, mate, I want to...
And sorry, I wouldn't come here without giving you a gift, yeah.
All right.
Not being Soldier Mac Poetic Candles, I couldn't come without giving you a small gift.
Oh.
Sorry. What I've got in there. There's only one of these in the world.
Oh, nice one.
There is only one,
Nice one.
and you've got it.
Oh, yeah, it's
And it,
absolutely... Hold it to the camera so I can see.
Can you see that or not? Anyway, it comes with a little poem. Shall I read you the poem?
Yes, definitely.
Go with the poem.
You do realise I'm not going to light it though, didn't you? It's only fucking one.
I've got another 5. You know what I mean? I've got a poem. What would the poem be about, Jer? A veteran?
Oh, good.
So I'll have to put these on. So, the poem is a veteran. A veteran is a veteran. We can be meaner than can be. But we have the softest hearts that not many may see. We may have been in conflicts and seen a lot of stuff. From the outside we are warriors and we really act so tough. But on the inside we are human and we feel a lot of pain. The things we've done, the hurt we've seen, we might never be the same. We must take care of one another. There's no better remedy than a veteran to a veteran over land, air or sea.
Absolutely brilliant, mate. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming, man. Cheers, pal. Thank you. It's spot on, that, mate. Really, really nice.
Remember those that served and didn't come back, laying down their own lives in the midst of enemy attack. We still remember the explosions, feel the pain. Take away those memories in tears of pouring rain. We salute you and we will remember the flags that have masked physical and mental scars related to the past. So as our flag is lowered
and last post finally played,
we will remember the